Peace and greetings. So, family, welcome on in. Wow. Peace and greetings. How are you doing? Welcome on in, Crystal. Welcome in, Glass Moon. 219. Welcome on in. How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? We're going to listen to a little bit of music as we get ready to get ourselves uh, started here and get ready for the share. Yeah, get ready for the share. We definitely gonna do that. Let's see. Yeah. So welcome on in. How's everybody feeling? We're gonna listen to this and then we're gonna come back and I'm going to get started. Hi. Welcome on in. Let me know where you all are tuning in from. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and so glad to have you all here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in. Peace and greetings, everyone. It's Friday. I have to say that again. It is Friday. It seems like I've been coming on every single day this week, and I have come on a lot. And trust me, there is a method to the madness. And I'm sure many of you, this is something that may have been swirling around with you today as well. And that is when you love what you do, and there is a method to your madness. And we all understand what the method to the madness is. And there is something you're working towards, and you feel that purpose, and it goes beyond anything that you really can sort of physically touch. Like it is a love, it is a connection, it is a drive, it is a feeling, it is a calling of something that's greater, something more meaningful, something more soulful. Then you all get it. You understand why I'm here and why we're all here together, because it's not just me, right? It's all of us together. And I truly, truly am so grateful for it and so definitely thankful. And I wanted to come on tonight as a bonus because I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes of how I work. And this is something, for those of you who have been listening to me for a long time, I do this from time to time. For those of you who are new here, then, you're in for a special treat, at least that's the way I would like for you to receive it. That is my intention. I want to kind of give you guys some of my backstory, some of my weirdness, some of my quirkiness, some of the magic, and we're going to be taking a look into the very first week of June, which is so powerful. And I know I've been talking about as we get later into the year and really preparing us for what's going to go down. When I say it's going down in September, it is going down in September. I'm going to do the second half of my prediction show, just waiting on a couple of more downloads to come in. And boy, oh boy, this week is going to be a powerful, this first week of June, very powerful. Dare I say, one of the more powerful weeks for us to kick some shit off, like really kick some stuff off, like in a profound way. And also to become the alignment before the world aligns. That part. We're going to become the alignment before the world is sort of kind of forced to get in alignment. And that's what we do on this platform. And everyone who works with me, you understand that this is what we do. When we get together as well, and by the way, welcome on in to all of the soul family coming on in. This isn't just another live, this isn't just another live stream. Here is where you get your activations. It's a frequency reset. It's all of that. It's all of that. It's all of that together. So, a couple of things I want you to do as we get ready. I want to do some shouts out because I love doing that when you guys are all coming in. I'm going to do some shouts out, and I'm also going to answer some of you guys' weird ass questions that some of you have been emailing me that I'm going to speak about. I'm not going to answer them all, but I am going to answer some of them. I was looking through my email today and I just had to laugh. I had to laugh. But it's the way that we get to know each other and we get to know each other better. Some of you may have noticed that I have been in a lot of Black attire. Well, I actually love doing Black, especially when I'm doing this kind of spiritual work for me here. One, makes for a clean outfit, right? And a girl always loves a good Black. Like, who doesn't love a good Black on Black, right? I'm Black. This, my shirt is Black. My hair is Black. At least it is now. And I love this sophisticated, very mystical, very embodying color of Black. It's a very powerful energy. I remember the very first time that I read someone's aura and I seen Black in their aura. And I remember looking through all of the books and all of the reference materials and try to get a deeper understanding about why would someone have Black in their aura? Like, what does it mean? I know what I was picking up, but I was like, why would they have Black in their aura so heavy? And it really, kind of blew me away with what I was picking up versus what the history books and what, quote, some of the mystics and some of the past psychics, some of the readers, some of the energy healers, some of the occultists were saying about this color Black in a person's energy. And so I discovered some very, very profound things about that color Black and wearing that color Black. And so remember, here on the planet, everything is subject to free will. And so there is a contrast, meaning there's a high point and there is what we would call a less elevated point of energy within all things. right? It exists within us, it exists out in the world, it exists in technology, it exists in absolutely everything. But this black, and I'm so glad to know that so many of you are, yay, we love that black. We love that black. Ain't nothing like a clean black, right? But what I found out is often when a person has black energy within their auric field, that they are going through a transformation. It is also one of the other things, it can happen right after a person has experienced a tremendous illness. Like maybe they were suffering from cancer, some sort of cancer, or some sort of debilitating uh, trauma that has happened to the physical body, or even the emotional body, or the mental body within the person. And this is them sort of coming out of that. And you will see this color, this energy of this black within the auric field. At least is how I see it. And it's also a color when a person has, you know how we hear a lot of people say they are reclaiming their power. When someone has called their power back, they have called their power back, and they are transforming themselves into their new. So I just wanted to put that out there because someone asked the question about, is there any particular reason that when they have seen me live, in most cases, I am always wearing black. And so, yeah, there is a reason, because black, is a color that absorbs all of the light frequencies that are available, even the ones we don't see. And so, bringing that absorption in of that color, of bringing that black in. Oh, I love that. You guys are saying this is your favorite color. So I love it. And it's bringing all of that vibration and that energy within you. Often, you can also use black not to tone things down, but if you are wanting to sort of kind of hold your energy close to you. It is a way to do that as well too, to bring that energy in, you know. So that's just a little, we'll just kick this off. We'll kick this live stream off by me telling you guys why I wear black. By the way, I want to say welcome to everyone who is joining us here live. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I just want to welcome you all in. Welcome into the portal. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, I want to give a shout out to everyone in the blue room. First of all, I'm gonna kind of go a little bit, and so let's talk about what the discussion is going to be here tonight. Number one, doesn't black absorb all energy though? Not technically. Black doesn't absorb all energy. It absorbs all frequencies of the color spectrum. Black can actually be used as a protection from absorbing all energy. It doesn't absorb all energy, it absorbs frequencies like light colors that are coming in. And that's still not a bad thing. It doesn't absorb all energy. You have an auric field, and your whole complete energetic body is not going to allow you to absorb all things. You would have to be, I don't know what kind of state you can even be in, because I've even seen people making their transition and their body is not just absorbing all energy that is around them. Now, that's not to say that sometimes we don't feel so intensely intense that we feel like everything is coming towards us. Fun fact, and my divine priestess who are in the building, they can tell you about this. But one of the things I will tell you is throughout the course of the day, you are receiving thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands, right? of psychic impressions per second. It is something like, oh, I don't know, between 7 and 10,000 psychic impressions per second. Why do you think you don't perceive them all? That's just a riddle. Speaking of riddle, I'm going to give my answer to the riddle that was posted on the community page here on YouTube. But just want to kind of throw that out there. Why do you think you're not absorbing all of those psychic impressions? And most of your psychic impressions are coming from Mother Gaia. It's coming from the earth, it's coming from the galactic Mother Earth. It's coming from Mother Gaia. And if you are tapped in, which I want you all to be aware of the womb hours, who knows what time the womb hours are? Because this is when Earth is really sort of open up to receive our request. And of course, we know we're here to manifest. So you want to do, if you wake up during the womb hours, or if you're awake during the womb hours, then you want to make sure that you are putting those requests. And so the wound hours are actually going to start from 11 p.m. until 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's the womb hours. Yep, from 11:30-ish to 3:30 a.m. Now, of course, when we cross over into the 3:30 a.m., we are getting into the melanin hours, which is also another powerful time as well. But that's a story for another day. How are you all feeling? Let's just start with that. How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? How are we all feeling? How are you feeling? And also let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know where you're checking in from, what country, what part of the world, what state. And by the way, to all the stars in the building, does everyone have their new ID? This is a show I did back in 20. Ooh, don't get me to line. 2018, 2017. Loretta says, feeling fabulous in South Carolina. I love that. Dr. Rains Shines Truth said, great in Georgia. Welcome on in. I got to pay attention. Y'all are moving fast. Michelle D, welcome on in. Nubian Soul said magical in California. Jay's 007. Look out now. In Flint, Michigan. Oh, I have a story about Flint, Michigan. I had a college roommate that was from Flint, Michigan. Her name was Dee, and she was amazing. She was a senior. I was a freshman. Baby, she taught me everything I know about getting ready for this world and college life. Love her so much. We got Damn She Rocks. I love that. Out here in Dallas, Texas, and it's definitely feeling like the opening of a new season, and that is true facts. That is true facts. Christina in the building. The real Bridget B is here. Welcome on in. Chosen girl. I love that. I've been waking up daily at 3 a.m. for weeks now. Time to get that work in. Absolutely love it. Honey, oh, I love the name Los Angeles. We got Quan. Hey, Quan, checking in from Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all know how exactly, how my sister just loves to text me. She want to be trapped so bad. I just told her to come on over. Let's see. Who is this? It's Miles is 100. Okay, we see you, Miles, representing Tampa, Florida in the building. Taylor, feeling drained and excited. Okay, Taylor. Michelle is in the building. Good to see you, Michelle, representing the ATL. And Roberta said, I've been really sleepy today from Georgia. Yeah, that sleepy energy is getting us. And Supreme 7 is representing Philly, one of my favorite places as of late. Taylor is here. Let's see. Nee Smith, I feel blessed and ready to change. The Bay Area, California. Okay, look out. Brittany Vibes is in the building. She's been out here putting her vibes out. And ooh, ooh, what is it called? Conversations. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Imma get it, Brittany. Brittany's Rooms Conversations. I'm gonna get it. I don't know why my brain just went. Representing Durham, North Carolina, a place that I had some very magical moments, lots of family in that area. Absolutely love the Carolinas, especially the RTP area. I love that. And by the way, if you guys are listening to this after we are live, please down in the comments tell me where in the world you are listening from. Oh my goodness, Lady of Crochet in South Carolina. It must be a thing because I spoke to my mama today and checking on her because of the weather down there. She lives near the Myrtle Beach area. And she was telling me her power went on and off, but she was good to go, and the rest of the family. And that's what she was doing. My mother loves to crochet. She's been doing it since we have been babies. And she used to make bathing suits for us, hats for us, scarves for us, little jackets. I have quilts that she has crocheted for me and other members of the family. And it's such a magical skill. I hate that I was so, I don't know what kind of kid. I wasn't interested. I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be outside. My mother was like, "Come on, let me show you how to crochet." I was like, "Nah, I don't wanna learn how to crochet. I don't wanna learn how to do that. I wanna learn how to be a cheerleader. I wanna know how to jump. I wanna know how to do track and field. I wanna know how to play basketball. I wanna know how to play volleyball. I wanna, I just wanna play. I wanna jump rope. I wanna do all of those magical things, but, yeah, it's a hobby I've since kind of dabbled in, so good to have you. Real Bridget B, beautifully in the building. Welcome on in. Crown Knowledge Radio. Oh, I'm so ready to level up. Hey, Ms.Blue, welcome on in. It's so good to have you. We got Tasha looking lovely representing the SC. South Carolina is definitely standing up. Christine is in the building. Welcome on in. Welcome, Christine. Welcome in from Stockton, California, a part of the Futuristic Activation course, and out here doing her own courses as well, especially if those of you who want to tap in when it comes to the work that you're doing, the careers in your life, and all that good jazz. You want to touch in with Christine because she got some real gems for you. And whole lot of magic to go along with it. All right, let's go to Maria Soul Full of Love. She said, NYC, being productive and feeling tired. North Carolina is my birth city. I'm a Brooklyn girl. I was born in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, that whole thing, Kings County Hospital, all of that. So it's a beautiful time to be in New York. Everybody's out and about on the streets talking to my cousin. They was in, you know, uh, uptown in Manhattan doing a little bit of shopping and moving around. Lots of good things going on in the city. And it's still kind of cool up there. Real Bridget B says, it's raining in Connecticut. Yeah, yeah. That East Coast, you guys are getting hit with some of those storms that the mid country was getting hit with. Okay. Cedric, am I saying it right? Cedric Russell, Norfolk, Virginia. Isn't there a school up there? What is that? Is that Hampton University up that way? Had a lot of family members who went to that school. Shiva, yes, feeling groovy. The Bull City, North Carolina. If you don't know where the Bull City is, that is Durham, North Carolina. where I got a chance to see Michael Jordan when he used to play baseball. That's a funny story. We won't go there. But we was in the audience screaming for him, even though he wasn't hitting home runs. We was like, we don't care. That's Michael Jordan. Yeah, that's that Chapel Hill, that Raleigh, Durham, that RTP, that whole area. We got Hugh in the building, which is Griffin. What go on, Griffin? Peace and love, Griffin. Griffin, are you still in Jamaica? Or, Griffin be outside, you guys. That's who I call our Black Jesus. Yeah, and if you ever seen this, brother, you know why we call him Black Jesus. Good to see you, Griffin. Let's see. J07. I just love that. 007. I love that. I love that. We need a Bond girl. We really do need a Bond girl. We need a Bond girl. Like, not as a Bond girl for Bond. We need the girl to be Bond 007. Yeah. Oh, oh, Ovala. Ovia, did I say it right? Powerful and connected in Oklahoma. Yeah, powerful center of Oklahoma. Who remembers with the Jupiter Money Kit? The spirit quest we did when we went in to connect with our ancestors from the Black Wall Street and their whole city that they had in Oklahoma. I've done several shows on Tulsa and everything that went down in that history that really sent ripples across the planet because our ancestors came back to tell their story about that day when our government actually sent the military troops. Yeah, that's a story for another day, but we'll talk about that. Welcome on in, D. D says hi from my birth city, Brooklyn, Brooklyn in the house from Brooklyn, New York. And we have Goddess Essence Energy. Love that name. Peace and Soulful Friday. That's right, girl. It is Venus Day vibes, and you are giving us all the vibes, and we are so here from it. Love it. Rosalie is in the building from Los Angeles, California. Hmm. Wow, absolutely love it. Attuned chaos in Dallas, feeling pretty chill. I woke up by a loud godly thunder last night. Yeah, it's been bouncing. It has definitely been bouncing in Texas. But something very magical happens when lightning hits the soil. This is actually how the soil gets its nutrients, right? So we need that lightning. We need that lightning, that thunder to come and crack that soil, right? Not to mention, we are getting so many psychic impressions that happen every time the lightning comes down, right? Adrian, peace and kindness. I love that from NYC. Welcome on in, CV. CV said, feeling good, been enjoying you from Vegas, one of my favorite cities. I love Las Vegas. I love Vegas. I love Vegas, especially for the shopping and the shows. Nothing better than the shopping. Welcome in, Journey. Welcome in, Jaron. Jaron Kachina from the VA. All right. What's good, Cameron? Cameron, you were supposed to leave your link under the show notes so we can hear that music that you have put out. You thought I forgot. I didn't forget. And here it is. Brittany Vibes, if you guys don't know, opens her room called Cosmic Conversation. I don't even know why I could not get that out. Brittany, forgive me. And it's a beautiful place where the soul family gathers together, and it happens on Clubhouse. So you definitely want to tune in. Brittany is an amazing host. And just some powerful souls go in that room. I always have a great time chilling out in cosmic conversations. Don't think I don't know. Y'all been pulling all nighters over there. Don't think I know. And by the way, What happened to the last time I opened up the Oracle's house and somebody, I'm not going to put her on the spot, was supposed to close up. Y'all was supposed to close up, cut the lights out, put the chairs up, lock the doors. What happened? Did y'all burn the house down? What happened? I heard, word in the cosmic street is that they had to put y'all out. They had to put y'all out. Y'all didn't leave. Y'all was there for days. Yeah, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that. Cynthia McKinney, welcome on in. Let's see. This is Carlene. Is it Carlene Boyd representing? Wait, let me get it right. Carlene from Wardorf, MD, right? From MD. Welcome on in. Good to see you in the building. I hope I got your name right. It's such a beautiful name. Mystic Morgan. I love your name. I tell you that all the time when you come in the room, sis. She said, sending love from Kentucky. You guys are not going to believe this, but I got a weird message the other day from Kentucky. Turns out my daddy, I'll say to my dad, might have owned a house and some land in Kentucky. Yeah, that was my weird little phone call. So we're in the process of reaching out, finding out information, and I might have to take me a little trip on down to Kentucky. Yeah, a little trip to Kentucky. Let's see. New Earth Empress 222, P Town, California, sending love and light to the soul family. Ah, thank you for that. Love your name, New Earth Empress 222. Beautiful. Cynthia McKinney also representing Las Vegas in the house. I know it's hot there. What is the temperature? Because Vegas is a different kind of heat. You know that in Las Vegas, there is a temple. I did a show on this many, many moons ago that is connected to the goddess Sekhmet up in the mountains. You can actually visit this castle. Well, it's not a castle, it's a temple. You can visit this temple. You can even stay the night there, but it was open many, many years ago. And the ley line that it sits on, because there's a ley line in Vegas also that takes you straight into Egypt. If you follow that ley line, as well as Arizona has one as well. But there is a temple dedicated to the goddess, the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet, that have been there. So if you ever get in that area, it's a beautiful thing to go visit, to spend some time in, and it's done so well and such a beautiful way. Maria, I have an increase in my appetite today. Oh, well, that can be a good thing. All right, let's go to NFN. I don't want to say it wrong. Shaka, representing Dominican Republic, sending so much love to the DR. So glad to have you in the building. One of my favorite crystals in the world, which is called, oh my gosh, how did the name escape me? It's blue aquamarine, not aquamarina. I'm gonna get this crystal. It can only be found in the DR. Let me go look. I got it around here. Crystal only found in Dominican Republic. I'm getting ready to tell you what it is. Lamar. Yes, Lamaria. Lamara. Lamara. How come I can't talk tonight? I must be still in the I'm still in the records. I'm gonna come out the records, y'all. Just give me a minute. I do this all the time, right? I do this all the time. It's called Lamaria, and I have it. It's a blue crystal. It's spelled Larimar. It's a blue crystal, blue stone, only found. And it's also called the Stone of the Caribbeans. But this is such a powerful crystal, and the color, oh my goodness. Oh, we got Brother Lance in the building representing Montgomery, Alabama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ah, ah. T says, speaking of power, I've been noticing a lot of Edison trucks out here in California. Yeah, they're preparing for the blackout. I did this in my prediction show. So you guys may definitely want to tune in. I was outside as a child convincing the other kids on the block to make dirt pies with me. I love that. I absolutely love that. I love that. I love that. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, let's see. We got carbonated Tarzan representing Norfolk State University. That's what I'm talking about. You doing it up. You doing it up. Is this the first time I said your name right? Listen, I must be in the records because I don't get nobody name right. It's hard for me to say my name right. So it was 100 degrees today in Las Vegas. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got the alchemist, empress, empress. I'm going to call you priestess and empress in the building. Peace and love to you. This is another amazing visionary sister. If you guys are not following her, particularly on Instagram, I know she's everywhere, but on Instagram, and definitely she puts up clips, powerful clips to provoke you to think, to go within, to connect with your higher mind, your beautiful, divine higher mind. And it's always amazes me that I could not have been on Instagram all day, take a break, open my phone, and boof, exactly a message I either needed to be reminded of, hear. Sometimes I even hear my own message. So I wanted to say thank you for putting those clips up of my soundbite and different things that really speak to your soul and speak to the collective. But she really puts up voices for the collective to really just help people elevate their consciousness in a profound way. And so I'm very grateful for you. Yeah. Let's go to Donna Lee. Donna Lee, Priestess Donna Lee, representing Toronto, Canada in the house. An amazing priestess, an amazing artist, just all around incredible, divine. If you ever get an opportunity to see any of Donna Lee's work, whether she's teaching, whether she's talking about it, it's a very, very amazing thing. Yeah, so shouts out to Priestess Donna Lee. Yeah. Let's go to the Dove Fly KM. True love. Okay, we love it. We love it. And of course, Griffin, what go on, Griffin? Amazing artist and magic maker. Griffin, if you get a chance to see any of his art, any of the powerful things that he does, amazing. I'm doing these introductions because I know we have so many new people, and I want you to know that there are just some amazing people here. And just as they are here, we know that we will get to know you and some of the work and some of the things that you're doing. And so I know a lot of times people come to the show. My daughter, Baby Blue, is number one. She always gets on me and have been probably since I've been doing shows, telling me, Mom, why do you spend about an hour doing introductions and shout outs? Just get to the point. Well, over here, we're intentional. You know, there is a meaning behind the work that we do, not just myself, but even your beingness for being here. And this is one of the more important things. I don't always get to do it. So I don't want you to think I do it every single time. But there are times that I need you to really know that I see you, I hear you, I feel you, and I truly love you. And I'm very grateful for you to be a part. It means the world to me. This isn't just a job or work. This is really something I love. It's soul work, and you all are my true soul family. And I see you that way. This brother Gotti, another amazing brother that is doing some powerful work, leading by example and sharing his truth anywhere that you see him as well. Welcome on in, Magic Alchemist Vibes. I love that. Hey, Ms.Blue, Soul Family, tuning in from the UK. Stand up, enjoying the vibes while you work. I love that. Absolutely love that. Love that. All right, let's go on. This is Brittany S. And Brittany S, very powerful, magical sister here, especially when it comes to dealing with anything that has to do with the earth, which has everything to do with everything that we deal with on earth. And she's at PlantCom. Oh, you're going to have a great time in Houston this weekend. It's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, but a whole lot of fun. Lots of vegan restaurants there, lots of connections. I know you're going to have fun at PlantCom. She's another amazing sister doing some very powerful energy work. Just work about leveling up, really taking care of yourself, eating healthy foods, doing healthy things with the land, and just working in all capacities. So yeah, beautiful to see you. Oh, I must have said your name right. Must have said your name right. Priestess Erica in the building. Definitely want to shout out the priestess. Just a wealth of knowledge for Priestess Erica in so many different fields, and always willing to step in and give a beautiful helping hand, and so knowledgeable in so many different areas. I'm not going to put you on the spot, Priestess Erica, but you know. Quan, it's crazy that you said that. My new favorite song. It's the song Tina Turner did for the James Bond movie. Yeah, we need to get with James Bond. We need to do that. Listen, okay. So we gonna be here all night, right? No, we not. We not gonna be here all night. We're not gonna be here all night. Kedona. Kedona? Feeling optimistic and tuning in from Atlanta. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We got Charlie in the building. Welcome on in, Charlie from Miami Beach in the chat. We love it. We love that. We love that. We have Big Logan feeling excited from Georgetown, South Carolina. Welcome on in. We got South Carolina in the building. Journey, Journey, what happened? What did y'all do? I missed it. I done missed it. What? I done missed it. But Journey is another creative. Listen, we'll be here all night, but Journey is another magical creative when it comes to singing, writing, all things magical as well. In the building. I am infinite being. Peace, peace, peace. Oh, my bad, Ms.Blue. Ha ha ha. Here is one called The Heart Gateway to be determined. Hearing you and Brother Panic. Oh, Monkey King on Blog Talk Radio inspired me to compose it last summer. I'll send it. I'll send it the other one later. Okay. Wait. Okay. Because there was a brother who even composed when me and Brother Panic did that show on the Monkey King. Epic. Epic. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it. We'll have to talk about it. Yeah, you gotta tell me, Bridget. We're gonna have to chat and see what happened. We're gonna have to see what happened. Boom shakalaka laka boom. Your birthday is on the 5th. I will talk about it. I will talk about it. Okay, we got you. We got you. Ooh, Divinity Warrior. I love that name. And what a gorgeous picture there, sis. Peace, everyone. Love from Toronto. We love it. We love it. Look at Texas standing up. Is this Naya? Multi-dimensional beings. Listen, can we get a 1-2 for the names? Listen, we need a 1-2 for these names. We need a 1-2 for the name. Yoletti 13 said, love your voice. Thank you. Thank you, love. I have harmonics in my voice. What happened, Mystic? Her voice is so comforting. Thank you all. Well, you know what it is? I have frequencies healing in my voice. I won't tell that story tonight, but we all have healing in our voice. Believe it or not, long story, I hated my voice growing up. I couldn't stand the sound of hearing my own voice. I guess I was, uh, I guess I, what am I trying to say? I guess, I guess I was waking myself up and didn't want to wake up. I don't know. That could have been what it is. AA, happy Friday. So good to be able to catch the live checking in from Maryland. Okay, baby blue is giving me. Oh, you talking about the crystal. Oh, I keep forgetting you guys are behind. Hold on, hold on. I got to get some of y'all. I got to get some of y'all. Let me did y'all not get the crystal's name? Did y'all not get that crystal's rain? We got Cinnamon, Priestess Cinnamon in the building. um, Listen, love to all of you guys. Glinda in the building. Good to see you, Glinda. Another powerful sister there. Let me see. PlantCon. Okay. Thanks for putting me on, sis. Excited to check it out. There you go. Yeah, if y'all are in the Houston area, PlantCon. Get up in the PlantCon. Get up in the PlantCon. Welcome on in, Holy Hemet. What's up in this thing? And Tremel, another powerful brother doing his work. Like, oh my goodness. Listen, anywhere you see Tremel, it's going to be high vibes and good insight as well. Give me a minute. Oh, you're talking about the show with ODB. The flowers that grew in my backyard after the show. Yeah, that was another great show. Epic with Brother Panic, and the flowers just came out of nowhere. In the building. We got 7 grams represented New Orleans, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the crystal I was talking about from uh, the Dominican Republic, you can really only find it in the DR. It's called Lamar. It's a blue like crystal. It kind of makes you think like it's almost turquoise, but it's not turquoise. It has sort of a light blue color, maybe specks of white in it, and it's just powerful. It can have this deep blue energy in there. Like, listen, it's very, 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 very profound, right? Hmm. Mhm, mhm. It's very rare. Mhm, mhm. I have to give y'all my notes on it, but it's a powerful crystal, to work with this crystal. Yeah. Mhm. I wish I can send y'all a little picture. Uh-huh. It also comes in different colors, but I love the blue. I have a light blue one. I have a blue one, but it comes in a bluish green. It can be gray and white. And it has like these little breakout patterns that's in it. Um, it's a combination of names. In Spanish, it means sea, mar, M-A-R, which is Spanish, which means which means sea in Spanish. It comes from Larsa and Mar, Lamera. That's how it is. And it means the daughter. Larsa is the daughter of Miguel Mendez, who rediscovered this crystal in 1974. But this stone is from Atlantis. They believe one of the lost continents of Atlantis. And this was one of the stones that Edgar Casey talked about. If you're familiar with his work, he predicted that the blue stone in the Caribbean, they called it the dolphin stone. It's connected with Lemuria. So it's a powerful stone. If you can get your hand on a piece of it, and hint hint, if you in the DR and you want to bless a girl, let me know. Let me know. Little Rock Brock. Hey, power, lovely Oracle. I remember that Monkey King Hanema show. The 99 monkey alcohol ritual was so powerful. Yes, it was. That Brother Panic gave out. It surely was. It was so powerful. So powerful. Yeah, let's get those likes up. More than 213 of you in here. And we haven't even dove into the show yet, but technically, yes, we have. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Yes, it's a crystal. Yeah, King Simon. So right, Miss Blue's voice. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. And King Simon, shout out to that brother. So powerful. Yes, Lamar Crystal. That's what it is, Danica. Yes, you guys need to get your hands on it. That's crazy, but I use the Monkey King chat when I meditate. Yeah, that's where that came from. It was some work that me and Brother Panic was doing, and then we came up with that show, The Monkey King of Hanema, and we did that show. That's where that came from. Mhm. Mhm. And yes, from the ODB show, Brother Panic, I boxed up all of those flowers that magically appeared in my backyard and boxed them up and sent them to Brother Panic, and he made oils out of them. And then he sold those oils. Very, very powerful work. Yeah, to this day. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A lot of people did see Brother Panic. Actually, before he passed away, I did get insight. I did a whole show on it. It was during the blue moon, and I was talking about people who were dealing with a lot of things at that time. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, that's the stone. You guys, yep, that's the stone. The stone of the dolphins. Yep. High pitch frequency. Yep, and connect it to Atlantis. If you want to tap in to Atlantis energy, that's a powerful place to tap in. Yeah, Rudolf Steiner talks about Atlantis and Lemuria. Yes, in his book, he sure does. He does. So does Edgar Casey. A lot of the old great occultist teachers have written about it. And remember that crystal comes in so many different colors, you guys. So many different colors. hmm All right, mind trip, Dominican Republic is Lemuria. It's blue. It sure is. Wow. Yes. Yes. Wow. I love that. Thank you for that mind trip. Now that was a mind trip. We had it. Oh my goodness. E frequency says, yes, I have Lemuria attracts people. Also, okay, let's get at it. Let's make sure it's the right attraction. Is it good attraction? Of course it is. I'm teasing. Uh-huh. I made a bomb avocado oil. Okay. All right. Ooh, that sounds good. Wait a minute. You guys. Mm-hmm. You guys are on it. You guys are on it, on it, on it. Okay, well, Ooh, let's get the likes up. How we doing? Can you believe we are just an hour in and all we did was the introduction? You see why it's different over here? You see why we hit a little different? I get it. I get it. Somebody will be in the comments and they'll say show starts at 56 minutes. Miss Blue is just running her mouth. All right. So we are just this is why it hit a little different. And it's been this way. I've done this the whole time. I remember when I would do shows, Brother Bobby would tell me, "Don't call me. Call me when you're ready for me to come on. I'm gonna be listening, but just call me when you're ready for me to come on." And Panic would be literally giving me energetic kicks under the table. Blue, Blue, listen. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Go ahead with all that mushy stuff. Just bring me on towards the end. But the beautiful thing is we worked together for so long. After a while, Brother Panic started to like it. And we used to have some of the most craziest out of this world shit that would happen during the beginning of the show. I remember one night all the superstar kids stopped by. Like we had three. I can't even remember. I think I don't want to say if it was I can't think of who their parents were, but three of their kids, all of them stopped by the show. And some of the craziest stuff would happen. You know? Yes, he would drop the science and then be like, the lecture is about to start. Absolutely. Because when you really understand it from an energetic point of view, and that's one of the things I love so much about working together uh with Brother Panic and with Brother Bobby and everyone who's been on the show, as even with Brother Bilal and just everyone I've ever worked with on the platform. And I'm talking about those who came on with me on a regular basis, is that we would have so much fun. Like literally. Yes, Bobby used to say 3 hours in talking. All right, now we can start the lecture. Absolutely. And this is how I feel because this is how I've always done it as well too. So we all kind of gel so well together with that and just kind of do all that. Skin is flawless. Is my skin popping? Is it popping? One day, and I'm not going to get off the subject. I promise you. Wait a minute. I have to say this because this is classic. Do you guys remember when that girl called Panic an asshole on the show? When he made that comment about Tina Marie and she said, "You old asshole." Who remembers the mermaid? Look, we'll have to do a throwback because let me tell you something. We will have to do a throwback, but that one, I could not breathe. I literally could not breathe. I could not breathe. We laughed for weeks behind that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wait a minute. We got the goddess Rainwater up in the building. Listen, this sister has been there through it all. Listen, through the thick, through the thin, through the up and the down. Uh, yes. And goddess Rainwater. If anyone knew Panic, it is definitely the goddess Rainwater. And listen, we have had so much fun. And by the way, the goddess Ka Rainwater, you guys need to tap in. She is definitely one of the movers and shakers on the planet. Um, and we're talking about lunar energy this week. And Rain is one of those. She was one of the closest examples. I'm not going to say the only, but the closest example and one of my very first example of what it looked like to walk the walk and talk your talk, depending on what you were doing. Because the work she talked about, the work that she loved was the life that she lived. There was no separation. There was absolutely no separation. Like she did it for real, real. It wasn't lights, camera, action. It wasn't just a facade. She did it for real. And then here's something else. I had met an archaeologist some years back, and she was telling me how she was getting ready to take a trip to India. And she was going to India, and it was a couple of other places where she was going because she said what is happening and people don't realize is that some of these sacred sites around the world were getting blown up. And this would have been like uh, 2015, 2014 at that time. And, one of the things that Rain has always done is she has traveled the world and met with these women in these sacred circles, women from all cultures and all backgrounds, and participated in their rituals, in their ceremonies, in their healing, and also uh, putting things out into the world. I ask you guys at the top of the show, for those of us who are, and I think this is only something going on in America, but how many of you have a real ID, of what they're calling a real ID, that has to do with either your state ID or your driver's license? Because you do know that they passed the law, even though they're trying to push it out, I think until 2017, that if you do not have a real ID, you may not be able to travel via plane domestically. Now, I talked about this back in 2018, 2017, and we did a whole show on this. Or it might have been 2015. Forgive me. But anywho, what I'm trying to tell you is if you don't have a passport and you don't have a real ID, then you may not be able to get on a plane from New York and fly to California. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a real thing. We'll talk about that maybe in another show about some of the changes. But if you listen to, and I hate to keep referring you to my prediction show, I talked about the different travel restrictions, guidelines, and changes that will be coming about. Well, they're starting to reinforce this. And so a lot of people have been turned away. And the reason I'm telling you this is because this first week in June, it's going to be a lot of traveling going on, a lot of traveling. Brother Lance, you remember? But the reason I wanted to mention the goddess Rainwater is because she's traveled to all of these sacred sites and been in these sacred circles. And she has gone to Peru and she has traveled to Mexico and to all of these countries. And she is the one of what I call the keepers of the galactic mother because she is physically walking the land. She's walking the land. You do know that when you cross over into a land, it's not just ley lines that are activating you, but you are also awakening sacred memories on those lands that you are touching and that you are walking. And this is what the goddess Rainwater does. And she has done this for our soul family for so long. So when she takes these trips, she's always sort of staying connected and she always comes back and brings artifacts and sacred tools and things that you can begin to start working with for real. And she's someone who does it for real. This ain't some new sexy she on and just decided to hop on this good train. She's been doing this for over the 20 plus, as long as I've known her, as long as I've been doing this, the goddess Rainwater has been doing this. And so when it comes to diving in, like she makes jewelry, she makes dream catchers, she makes sacred books and all kinds of oils and potions. And she teaches this as well. She teaches this. Listen, you can't make this up. She says she's getting ready to head for the mountains next week. The mountains and the waters and all of this. And in the honor for all of us, to raise up that divine, sacred, feminine energy on the planet. I have the copper bracelets too. Yes, all of that. And these are handmade, hand touch by a sister who does this work because there's a greater purpose for her. And she shares it with all of us. Like we get insight to all of these amazing people. Like just look around in our soul group. There are so many amazing people that we can honestly say that one, we are all one of them. And we also get a chance to connect with one another, to each other, doing this powerful work. You understand? Doing this. So don't sleep on yourself and don't sleep on anybody else. You know, look to the top, look to the bottom, look to the left, look to the right, and know that you have your soul family here. Look to see that there will be a time that we will go down in history that people will say, "Oh, I know so and so. When we used to listen to Ms.Blue, when we used to come in the blue room, they were in the blue room. Oh, we were in, but oh, I know you. You know, all of this. New Diamond just said, yes, I'm going to Stone Mountain to tap in with the energy. I love that. This is so inspiring. Absolutely. And there are so many things that are going on. When you feel called, you need to move with this calling. And Brother Rich is going to be doing his event. I haven't got with him. He hasn't got back with me on that, but I know that it probably still will be happening and there will be more things that are going on. Brother Shabazz is doing something very big at the end of June in New York. Uh, the brother King Simon is going to be there presenting. Brother Shabazz is going to be there. He's an incredible brother who has been around with the likes of Brother Bobby, who had brought Brother Bobby out. He has worked with Brother Pan. He's worked with some of all of the greats and having lectures and being able to conjure and gather people together, you know. So I want you all to know that these are going to be things, and I'm going to be having things. We all are. So these are things that, you know, you often say you want to do stuff, but you may not have people who are in your family or people who are friends of yours. You may be close in one area of your life but not another area, and you think, gosh, I wish I had somebody that I know. Well, these are places where you have the opportunity here to connect with one another so that you can sort of got to get a feel. Don't get me wrong, you have to use discernment because everybody got those people in our family that we know we don't F with, and that's going to be the truth. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you everybody who's a part of the soul family, these are just great people to be around and all of that wonderful thing. It has its challenges. But I know that if you're here, you have the ability to tap into your multisensory abilities and to use discernment, right? First, in trusting yourself as well and being able to navigate in these spaces. You want to use those practice things and be safe in the things that you're doing. But this is an opportunity to connect. So when you're feeling or making that connection with people here, you know, these are the things. This is the importance too. When I ask you guys to please leave comments, and I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know where my long timers are, but the new crew is blowing it up in the comment sections. I'm gonna need all of y'all to get in there. This is not just a place of leaving a comment, it's the way that we connect with each other. It's the way that you share your thoughts, your energetic signature, and express yourself. It's a powerful way to do that. But I say all of that to say, if you see the goddess Karain out in these streets, you want to connect with her because she's a powerful force. She's my sister. I love her. I support her. And she's been a big part of my growth, and a long time supporter of the platform and the soul family as well. And she's also been a part of Self Invested, both as a teacher in Self Invested as well as even participating in some of the programs and classes and things that I've done as well. And so it is a beautiful, beautiful connection. Yeah. All right. We over an hour. We ain't even talk about the week. But here we go. I did my shouts out. Ah, oh my goodness. uh let's see what our right L said. There's no one around me in this conscious journey outside the right hand path, not mushy, but it feels alone. It can very much so feel alone. And that's the important of having a soul group. That's why you have a soul group. Because Brother Bobby Hemmett would say, you lucky if you got two people in your family, in your whole family, meaning your mama's side and your daddy's side that's conscious. You lucky. You lucky if you can count one other person than yourself. And that's because we all have come back here for a particular reason. Yep. A particular reason. Yep. 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 And Brother Lance is another one with a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of connections, always helping out here in the Blue Room. Love him, the guy, Brother Lance, Lola Falana, and Brother Dante. And Brother Dante. So, yeah. All right. All right. So, we about to get into it. First of all, I want to say everyone who's a part of the Futuristic Activation Collective, I want to say to you, make sure you go and listen because I have given you your Futuristic Activation Weekly Report up until June the 2nd. But you got individual and you got some things for you to do and all of that. And to do with all of that. And then also, I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to do the week here from because we have some special energy coming in on June 1st, and I don't want us to miss it. And because today is May the 30th for most of us in the world, or either the 31st, I wanted to go ahead and put this out because I just, I just knew. I just knew. Oh, before I let go. Yeah, before we let go, I want to remind you all of the upcoming class, the All About Frequency workshop, and the 8-week journey. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who is partaking in that. Oh my goodness. Are we going to have a good time? The All About Frequency 8-week live journey. I'm going to put the link in the room. If you don't know, I'm not going to talk about it, but you can click the link. I've already done a lot about it, but let me tell you, if you want to tap in, you need to tap in. You need to tap in. This is your clue to come on over and tap in. The class is going to start on June the 10th. It's going to run for 8 weeks. We will meet once a week. You will have access, limited access to the replay. This is going to be a master level spiritual experience. And I specifically crafted this class for those who are ready to elevate, activate, and align with the truth of their soul's vibration. I will be teaching my form of Reiki, of energy healing in this class. It is a multi-sensory training to enhance your spiritual gifts. And that's the main purpose. Because let me tell you, as we start to move through the rest of this year, you want to be activated, right? We're going to cover everything from grounding techniques to cosmic integration practices. You will also get a soul frequency tracker for record shifts, breakthroughs, and raising your vibration, how to do it, All of this is going to be in there. You'll get access to the private replays as well as the different transmissions. I will be giving out frequency attunements each week. You will be working in groups. You will be working in groups. You'll be able, we're going to do different exercises and we're going to be doing things for the collective as well. Love you too, Goddess Rain. Love you too. Thanks for coming in. And you will be able to do that. And so this is really going to be a soul system upgrade. I promise you. So take a look. If you're interested in the class, I'm going to put the link in the room. I'm going to ask Brother Lance if you'll also put that out throughout the show. So for people who want to tap in, you can tap in. Seats are limited. I am taking a very sacred number group of people. You will get a certificate afterwards, not in me certifying you in your gifts, because I truly believe it is your birthright. But I feel like if you're dedicating yourself to do this knowledge, particularly at this time of the year and where the world is and where we're moving, you deserve acknowledgement. And I want to give you that acknowledgement. And everyone, for all the classes I've taken, everyone have is deserving of that acknowledgement, right? But I'm telling you, yeah, it's a vibe all the time. Yeah, it's a vibe all the time up in here. I'm telling you. And you guys will know. Um, if you feel called to the class, come to the class. Right now, I'm saying 8 weeks, and we're going to hold it at 8 weeks. I'm kind of teasing a little bit. No one will be forced to stay, but we may go a little longer than 8 weeks, just because some things are coming up, and I really, really want us to be fully embraced in what we're working with. And so I wanted to put that out and also say thank you to everyone. You guys have been blowing up the digital magic store, from SkyQuest, the Visionary Sovereignty, working with that gravity magic to get grounded. And of course, those of you who are part of the Futuristic Activation Collective as well. And those of you who have been activated with the Lucky Blueprint. And I can go on with all of the elements, the H2O, the soul fit. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And for all of you who have been leaving comments, I am truly, 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 truly grateful. So grateful and thankful. It means a lot. I create these because these are things that I often work with myself. And I'm doing the work alongside you guys and sharing those things that Spirit has called me to share. And they have been helpful. They have been life changing and useful for you all. And that's the whole point. That is the whole point. And people will tell you, I don't come out with stuff all the time. But I do it. I listen to Spirit when I am moved to do it. And so that is it. I also want to say thank you for everybody with the veil breaker. Where my veil breaker? Oh, here it is. I got it for veil breaker. Here we go. I got a I got a little bit of my bottle left. And for those of you who are working with the veil breaker, right? The liquid magic. I am, because I'm getting a lot of requests of when I'm going to do it again. So I am working on getting this ready, because I do think that we will be needing this. And it's been so powerful. For those of you, if you have any questions about it, it's my proprietary formulation that I call liquid magic. And this is called Veil Breaker. And it was a kit that I put together. Wait till you see what I have in mind for the next kit. OMG. Christine said, second batch, please. I know you guys are asking me for it. So I am getting that ready for us as well. As well. So I just want to share that. So now we can move on and we can get into the lecture. We can get into the lecture. Yeah, Rainwater is the same person as Ka Rain in chat. Yes, she is. Quan said, yes, some liquid magic and a little crazy water is good for the soul. Say it again, Quan. If y'all don't know about crazy water, then if you're in, anybody in Houston, Texas, if you in Texas, you got to go to HEB and get you some crazy water. But I heard you can buy crazy water online now. I think Amazon sells some of the crazy water. But you want to get some crazy water too. Liquid magic, crazy water, they go hand in hand. I drink my crazy water all the time. But let's talk about the lunar alignment. And this is going to be for the week of June. So, two things came up while, and I kind of judge giving you guys behind the scenes. I judge what I'm doing based on the readings that I do throughout the week. And so, some of the themes, some of the questions that come up in the one on one sessions, the visionary sessions, or even when I'm doing the oracle files, or even when you guys are emailing me and writing me questions. I utilize all of that because that really gives me a pulse for what is happening with the collective. And so when you guys are sharing your thoughts and sharing what's going on, by the way, so many of you seen all of the omens. You've been seeing the man with the crown, the boy with the cape, with the purple cape on, the fox in the suit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go back and you got to go listen to the last show. You've never heard of Crazy Water? Ooh, yeah, you got to go get on that. Uh and I absolutely just love the feedback that you all give because it really sort of puts us in that vibration to understand what is happening, what's going on, not just in America, but what's happening all over the world. So it's important when you guys are leaving a comment, tell me what part of the world you're located in and what you're connected to. Because that's going to really give us a scope. And so I want to talk about the first week of June because it's going to be so powerful. You may want to take some notes or some screenshots here because it's going to give you some information where you can, let me come back. I'm trying to see uh, where I can do this, where you guys can hear me. Okay. Can you still hear me? Just let me know if you guys can hear me because you don't need to see my big old head up here. I want you to pay attention to what's going on. Can you still hear me down here? So I just want to make sure that you all can still hear me. You can still hear me? Okay, beautiful. Thank you for that. Oh, Anastasia. I love that. That's one of my favorite books I read about the Russian girl who popped the seeds in her mouth. It was so magical. I love that series. Well, anyway, so let's talk about June 1st. June 1st. Because this is going to kick off, you're going to feel the frequency shift. And anyway, because we are going from June 1st, we are moving into a different universal energy. And that universal energy that we're moving into on June 1st. June is the 6th month. So we are moving into the 6th universal year. We're moving in. And with that one energy, that 6 plus 1, it's going to pull us into that 7 energy. So I want you to know that it's going to be a strong spiritual undertone that is happening with a lot of creation energy and activation that is going to kick off at the beginning of June and the 1st and the 1st and the 1st of the month. Okay. So I'm going to start with that there. I'm going to be utilizing what was coined by one of the the Blue Room members and self-invested members, Doreen, what is coined Blueology, where I take a little bit of astrology, numerology, and just in the Akashic records and kind of pull this energy together. But I'm working primarily from the lunar energy here. And so June 1st, this kickoff, this is when the moon is staging its cosmic pull. And it's not just going to be pulling on the tides, but it's going to be pulling on your life. And we know that the magnetic pull from the moon, that energy is what sort of makes the tides in the ocean rise and fall and the waves go in and out, as well as the tides that reside inside of you, because there is an aspect of the moon that you are magnetized to as well. And so when we dive into this, you are not just going to hear about it, but it is my wish and my intention that you're going to be in alignment with it as well. And so this brings us here uh, to understand that this is a sacred beginning. And I want you to understand this is a sacred beginning that's going to happen. And when the moon moves, we move, okay? And when the moon clears, we are clear and we go together just like that. so, um, energy doesn't wait for you to be ready, it just moves. And this is the reason why we're doing this right now. Energy is not waiting for you to be ready, it just moves. So, in every shadow, there is a moonbeam that is there. And so, the lesson that I'm going to be sharing with you here tonight, I want you to understand that whenever we're talking about dominant moon energy coming front and center, um, because the moon is getting ready to make a power move here. Remember, the moon predicts the emotions of the people and the public. So, this is about the collective energy. You understand? So, here's a sky note that I'm going to be giving you guys. Here about the moon and this energy, and we're going to start on June the 1st. These are some of the things that the moon is going to be awakening now. It's going to really connect with these aspects and areas of your life to connect you more to your public life. It's going to bring emotions and make them more visible. You'll be able to magnetize opportunities. And don't get me wrong, you can do these at any time. But this first week in June, baby, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it, and I didn't want you to miss it, and that's why I came on to share this with you. I low key, this was only going to be for the futuristic activation class, but I picked about 12 of them and sent them a private text message and asked them, and they said, "Yeah, it's okay. You can share it with the collective." So, I want you to thank them who are a part of the private futuristic activation collective, because they said it's okay, you can share it with them, Miss Blue. And so that's why I'm sharing it with everyone, because I want us all to be able to be connected with this. But I had initially prepared this for them. It's also going to help you clear any emotional weight. And boy, many of you have spoke about having so much emotional weight, you know? That is heavy, heavy at this time. Even for those of you who have been doing the work, this emotional weight ain't no joke right now. It's no joke. And so these are the things that the moon is going to be clearing. And so, what I want to tell you, the first 13 days or 14, 15, I'm going to stretch it out to maybe 16 days of the month of June. This is where you need to make your power moves. And I want you to put a note there, because this is when the energy, this is all the things that The moon is going to start awakening for all of us in the beginning. You're going to be able to make a connection in your public life. How many of you are teachers? How many of you are aspiring to get projects out into the world and you want to make deeper connections? You want to find out information, you want to share information. You want to put whatever work, whatever thing you're doing and working in the world. This is a week for these connections to come together in a very, very strong and very powerful way. There is going to be a vulnerability on the emotional side. We'll talk about that. But, baby, you're magnetizing opportunities. And I'm just going to put it that way in short term to not confuse you with my language. So I'll use more universal terms. Is on 1000. And then a lot of your past life trauma, a lot of your young childhood trauma, a lot of your daddy trauma, a lot of your mother trauma, you can clear that. This is when you can finally say, I've moved past that. I have moved past that. I have moved beyond that. I have moved past that. And I see so many of you are saying, Holy Hemet, my wife is a teacher. I am writing an album and a book. Listen, perfect. Knoxroy, definitely in line, planning on releasing my book next week. Listen, all of these things I'm telling you, and I'm going to break it down date by date. If you don't do nothing else tonight, in the comments, thank me, but you better thank the futuristic collective because y'all are getting some of the good stuff. That these are things that I share in my workshops, in my classes that I'm teaching, and the things that I do. So, on June the 1st, I want you to know that this day, and it kicks off, I believe it's a Sunday, but this day, you're going to feel a deep calling from the moment you open your eyes and come out of the astral realm and become present. You're going to feel a deep calling from within, a spiritual calling. Because on the night of the 31st, and some of you are on that right now, depending on where you are in the world, our DNA is receiving an upgrade. Now, let me be clear, because your DNA received an upgrade, it doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the download. You have to do the alchemy to get the download. You got to do the work. You're not going to get around the work. So you have all of these downloads in you. You have to activate them. And June 1st is an activation day. And it has everything to do with your physical and your spiritual bloodline. 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 Because you're going to want to be in the place where you begin to start finding yourself asking deeper questions. Or it may be some things that come up with a family member or people in your family about who your great great uncle was, or find out information about your grandfather, or find out, things about your mother that you never knew. And it's so crazy. Me and my sister were talking to my mom the other day, and she was telling us a story. And I absolutely never knew that my mom's mother was a twin. And I said, how come I don't know this? And, my mom's defense, she said, I thought I told you guys that my grandmother was a twin. But the thing was, when they were young, my mother's mother, they were separated, the twins, because their father passed away. Um, and he was an only child. And so his parents begged my mother's grandmother to please let them raise one of the twins. And at first, it was just them taking the twins to go see each other. First she would spend the twins, both of them would spend time with their father's family. But then it turned into they wanted her to stay, one of them to stay a little longer. And then when their mother went back to go pick her up because she was about to get remarried and she wanted both her girls with her. When she went to go get them back, the family threatened them and said, "Don't ever come back here again." And they never went back. And so the two twins got separated and never reunited. My mother's mother passed away when she was 13. Um, but it was such a crazy story. And as I was putting this together, because often many of you will find in whatever work you're doing the teachings in, or what you're sharing with the world, you usually get your lesson before you give a lesson. You understand? Very often are we all in the lessons together. Not that it can't happen, but usually things come up prior to, so you can have a deeper understanding in whatever that is you're expressing to the world. So these things that have to happen as a family affair, these things are going to be coming up this week. Don't be surprised if somebody goes ding dong. Oh, I'm your brother. Ding dong. Oh, I'm your I'm your cousin on your uncle's, on your mama's brother's side that's reaching out to you. All of these things could be from even finding out about land that family owned, or getting some information, or maybe you need to get another birth certificate and some information arise out of getting out of a birth certificate, or finding out information, or the family coming up saying, "Hey, we want to buy a family piece of land, or so and so's house is coming up for sale and we want you to participate in this," or someone in the family is about to lose their homes, because I've seen this as well too. It's going to be these things around, it's a family affair. It's going to be a lot of things with the family affair that's coming up. It's also going to be one of those days where we all get taken back into the portal of Sesame Street. I love you. You love me. It's going to be the day that you need to tell everyone in your life that you are connected with, that you love them and they love you. It's just going to be that day. It's a day to express love. But that's not all that's happening on that day. It's a great day for you to make connections. It's a great day to be outside. Whether you are in the cosmic streets, or whether you are in the cosmic streets, or whether you're in the physical streets, whatever, it's a great day to interact and connect with people, right? And for those of you who are working on, you have your own business or you work in a business, it's a great time to begin to have that discussion with your colleagues and your coworkers. Um, Listen, all of you guys are putting all of these things in the chat here, and it's really in alignment that these things are happening. So I want you to know that you can see that this is going on. This is happening. This is really, really going on. It's happening. Listen, y'all are saying just a few days ago, you know? Yeah, I'm telling you, rain, these things are crazy. Like all kinds of things of just discovering these things. So listen, and y'all listen to 7 Graham. Hit that like button. It's free. Yeah, let's keep going. Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's going to be a perfect day, whether you're on a job, whether you're doing some work, some of you are working on your own personal projects, you're doing things. This is the day to be about your business, to put your head down and put your hands where your head is. Eyes, head down. It's time to get this work, to put that work in. This is the day for you to do it. You will see how things will start to move forward. If it's something you can't figure it out or you are struggling with to understand. Yeah, this is Sesame Street. You are so right. You are so right. This is June the 1st. I'm giving you the breakdown. Stay with me. Stay with me. So, this is the day to move forward and to get out and to begin to start moving forward, to get things done, to get to know people. If you work on the job and you're looking to advance in that position, get to know people. If you have a business or something you're doing, it's a great time to get to know people. It's a day that your relationship, it's going to be filled with a lot of compassion and passion. Like you're going to feel the fire. It's another Stephanie Mills moment. You're going to feel that fire. It even is the day that you, dare I say, you might shoot your shot. It might be the day you decide to shoot your shot. It's a great day to shoot your shot. If you out here trying to shoot a shot, this might be the day for you to do it. And for those close relationships, you want to definitely have that love. You will feel your power on this day. And it's going to reside in a couple of places within your bloodline, right? Within your connections, your social connections, within the work that you're doing, your soul work, the work that you're doing on the planet, the things that you're doing. Your firstborn daughter was on June 1st. Ooh, what a powerful day. So this is the day that you're going to do that. Now, infused in all of this, I have put together a oracles map for us. And because when we're talking about the moon, we are also talking about our physical body because the moon also is very much connected to our physical body. It is that mother energy, right? That nurturing energy. It is connected to temples and sacred sites all over the planet. And it's also connected to your home. And so we're going to get into doing what I would like to call a little bit of future feng shui. And so within this oracle map here, this is going to be our lunar alignment flow. And I'm going to give you a 6-day ritual. I'm not going to stress you out. See, those of you who have taken self invested classes, you've been in the priestesshood, or you've done any of the workshops from over the years, or you're part of the futuristic activation, you guys know, or you've had a one on one reading. One thing Ms.Blue gonna do, Ms.Blue gonna give you a lot of homework. She gonna give you that work. Now it's up to you whether you do that work, but I'm gonna give you the work. I'm gonna give you the business. I'm not gonna gatekeep. I'm gonna give it to you. So here you go. So here we go. So now, day one, what you're going to be doing is clearing your entrance. And we're going to talk about what clearing that entrance looks like. You're going to be clearing the entrance. Yeah. That part. You're going to clear your entrance. Day one, you're going to clear your entrance. Day two is going to be an emotional reset. Day three is an abundance. You're going to activate abundance. Day four, you're going to be restoring your relationships, or I'm going to tell you how to stay out of the line of fire. Day five is going to be self reflection. It's going to be a reset day. And then day six is going to be your completion. Because what's going to happen after these 6 days? After these 6 days, your mind, you're gonna be in awe of what happens. Now, I'm saying 6 days, but uh, uh, wanna kinda push that out. It may be on the 7th day, right? Might be on the 7th day. But I'm giving it the 6th, the 7th, depending on where you are in the world. Someone said, Katara said, "Will this help you gain self-love, baby? Everything Miss Blue do is centered around you and your self-love." But remember, the foundation of self-love is how you speak to yourself. And self-love isn't an action, it's a feeling. And so, yes, this will help you embody more of that. All right? So these are the 6 days. So let's move on to the next slide. And so this is what the ritual days overlay look like. And I know y'all can't see because so that's clear the entrance and you're doing a reset on your emotions. You're activating your abundance and restoring your relationship, everything we talked about, and then the reset on the day 5. Okay. All right. So let's talk about day 1. Something simple that you're going to do. These are some feng shui techniques, which really is about the energy that also resides inside of your home. Remember, your altar is when you step inside your front door. That is your altar. Your whole house is your altar. So we're going to talk about this blueprint, 6 days, 6 micro shifts that unlock macro blessings. You understand? You're going to be recoding your frequency, not only from within yourself, but also within your house. Um, and after King Simon asked that question the other night, I got a whole bunch of emails about different things going on in a person's home. And so, yeah, it was birthed out of that. So here's some of the things that I want you to do. You're going to sweep and wipe down your front door. Sweep in front of your door, sweep in front of your entranceway. Clear out everything in your entranceway. Absolutely. Even if you live with other people, I don't think anybody's gonna get suspicious about you wiping down the door and clearing out the front and sweeping in front of the door and cleaning up in front of the door. No one is even going to suspect that you trying to do something to them. Yes, this starts on June 1st. So, I want you to do this. I want you to do this, and you can see some of the things up there. I want you to do this, but let me give it to you, but I don't think anybody's gonna ring the alarm for you cleaning, because that's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be clearing and cleaning, and King Simon has entered the chat, brother. Thank you so much. So, that's what you're going to do, and then the second thing that you're going to do is you're gonna light a candle by the door. It doesn't have to be outside the door, it can be in the house. If you live in a house where you can't light candles because of small children, elderly, or those sensitive to candles, then I want you to cut on a light. I want you to cut on a light. And if you cut on a light, have that light there. And then also, I want you to take some water in a small bowl and pour some water in this small bowl. And I want you to either take that bowl, you can even put it in a cup or a bottle. Like, for instance, I brought this so you guys can see. You can take a little bottle of water like this, I would recommend it being something glass instead of plastic, but this is all I had. But you can put the for now for the show, but put it in a bottle and put this in your windowsill so the moonlight can hit this water. And you're going to pour a little bit of that water and you're going to place that water somewhere near your entrance of your door. Now, if you say, well, I live with people and I can't do that, then when you're wiping down, whether you use Florida water, whether you use water with whatever you choose to clean it with, pour some of that moon water in there and you're going to bless that water and charge that water up. And that is, I open the path for what is meant to find me. I am opening the path for what is meant to find me. You can make up your own, but that is going to be the activation statement with the water that I want you to put and wipe down, okay? Now, when you're working with your front door, here are some recommendations that I will tell you. And that is, I want you to put a reef on your door. Put a reef on your door. Okay. I have taught feng shui shows for years. They have millions and millions of downloads. You guys love that. Maybe I'll get into some of my funky feng shui and we can talk about some of the cures and what I have understand with working with feng shui for all of these different years and studying the many systems of feng shui. But I'm going to give you some practical ways for you to be able to work with this energy. Having a reef on your door is powerful because when you have that reef on the door, you can take you some lavender oil. You can also take you some sandalwood and some musk and just kind of wipe it over the reef before you put it on the door and have that. But if you don't have a reef on your door, don't worry about it. I want you to understand that your front door is just more than wood and it's more than metal. It is it's your first impression to the universe. So you want to clear it, you want to light it up, and you want to open that gate. And that's what the reef is going to do. It's also going to really center the energy, which is chi, life force energy, just like we have chi energy inside of us. Your house has a kundalini energy that's coming in. And when you have a reef on your door, it helps for only higher vibrational energy to come in to your door, through your front door, and into your sacred space. So your think of it this way. Your front door is like your Wi-Fi to the universe. And now it's time for you to upgrade that symbol. And June 1st is a great time for you to do it. So you're going to be upgrading your universal symbol, signal to the universe. Uh-huh. Mhm. Mhm. Yes, some people call it an outside door, but it's the door to wherever. If you only have a room where you stay, then I want you to do this to your room. If you live with other people, you can do this to your room if you can't do it to the first one. Do this to your room. Mhm. All right. So you're going to clear that. You're going to open that. That's what you're going to do on day one. All right. Let's talk about day two. Day two. So on day two, and I want you all to mark this time, and this time may not be correct, depending on where you are in the world. But if I can give you an energetic tap in, the energetic tap in that I picked up is going to be about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to get a blast of creative energy. You're going to get a massive download. You're going to get a massive download, and your psychic energy is going to be amped up. I'm talking about your multisensory abilities are going to be on fire. This is on the 2nd of June, you're going to feel this energy that comes in to your physical body, into your physical body. You're going to feel it. This is a great time to channel this energy into something creative. Something creative. You want to do something creative. If you're working on something, it's a great time. It's a great time to connect with friends and soul family. It's a great time for communication. You're going to be getting downloads and you're going to want to share the information that's coming out or talk about it. It's a great time if you have a business or something you want to do and you work with a group of people to have a meeting. In fact, I'm going to be probably having a spontaneous meeting. We are on the 2nd. I'm going to need y'all to keep up. We are on June the 2nd. It says day 2. We are on June 2nd. Stay with me. Okay. We still with me? Listen. I'm messing with you, Quan. But listen. So psychic energy is going to be amped up. The focus is going to be on love and relationships. So with all of this energy, I'm going to need you to be responsible. All right. You're going to feel your sensuality, your sexuality. Remember, there's no such thing as sexual energy, psychic energy, creative energy. Energy is just energy. We just give it these names, but I want you to use this energy responsibly. Use it within your relationships. Use it to get very creative. Use it in how you communicate. Your intuition is going to be front and center. Use it for all of that, all of these things. You're going to see that your multisensory abilities are just going to be fire, on fire that day, on fire. So let's talk about how you can do an emotional reset. Um, and the reason this emotional reset is going to be necessary is because you're going to be feeling everything. You know, your spidey senses is just going to have you all in your feelings. You know, you might see a little cute little puppy dog running down the street with a little girl and you just start crying. And you know, you might go into the coffee shop and somebody make you your favorite latte and you just boo-hoo. It's just so beautiful. You know, you might cook your favorite dish and be like, oh my God, this just touched my heart. You know, a stranger may walk up to you and give and just start a conversation and you just feel a deep connection, which is a beautiful thing. But it's a great day for an emotional reset. And so here we're going to be working in the bathroom. And so the area I want you to focus on in the bathroom is going to be the bathroom mirrors. I want you to clean the bathroom, but I want you to pay close attention on the mirrors. And then I want you to get you an incense, some incense or either a mist. You know, I often buy these mists. I'll show y'all one that I love. I don't know if you can see that. You see this? You can buy these little room fragrances. And I get these from Bath and Body Works. This is the aromatherapy, and this is vanilla and patchouli. It is divine and quite magical. So you want to miss this whole bathroom. And while you're even in the bathroom, I want you, as you're cleaning, see what comes up as you begin to ask about your emotional blocks because they're going to come up. They're actually going to come up. So you're going to get you another bowl with the moon water in it. So every single one of the rooms is going to have your moon water. So maybe get you a big bottle, put it out in the moon ahead of time, let the moonlight hit it overnight. and then just pour a little bit of that and take it with you in a bowl everywhere you go. And so you're going to be speaking to your moon bowl and really just, I'm giving you a part of the activation. And I want you to add the rest, to put your own magic in it. And so here's the part I'm going to give you. As the water flows, so does my healing, because the bathroom is our healing tank, right? And the bathroom is your emotional detox zone. And so the water clears and the mirror reflects. And so you're not just going to be cleaning the glass, you're also cleaning the lens to your life. And so as you're cleaning that mirror, you're really thinking about your emotional blocks that have been coming up the whole time that you're cleaning the mirror. And so you will be cleaning and clearing the lens in your life and see yourself as you're wiping off all the things in your life that you want to detox, you want to let go. So if your emotions are a mess, your flow is the glitches. And you're just clearing it. You're just clearing it off as you wipe that mirror down. And the clearer the mirror gets, the clearer your lens on life will go. The clearer. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's going to be your emotional reset on day 2. Now, we're going to talk about the day that I know everybody want to get to, the Activate Abundance Day, and we're going to talk about day 3. Day 3 is a what I'm calling a soulful day of connections. Soulful day of connections. This is going to be about all of your soul group, which is your friendships. This is a perfect day if you get invited to go to some sort of gathering, some sort of social event. Even if this is an online event or something you've been invited to participate or to show up for, it's a great day for that. It's a amazing day if you are working on your job. I believe this is a Tuesday, to really allow yourself the freedom to socialize at work, maybe speak to, connect with, find out about people in different departments that you normally don't have conversations with. Some very beautiful and profound things can be activated out of your connections on this day. It is also a day where you should lead with love. You're going to feel super expressive. You're going to want to express yourself. Yeah, you're going to want to do that. You're going to be, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. You're going to want to express yourself, especially in those close, intimate relationships and with those people who love you and you love them or you have a connection with. It's a great day. Now, I also want to tell you this. What it's not a good day for is taking financial risk in things that you have to make a long-term investment in. This will not be the best day for you to do that. So things like stocks and bonds and Bitcoin, and I'm not giving out financial advice. I just can see these things where funds have to be kind of locked away, kept away, or invest in. Like if a friend comes and says, "Hey, you think you can loan me $1,500 until, the end of the year and I'm going to pay you back 3 times." This is not the day to do that. This would not be the day. This would not be the best day for those kinds of money moves, but it is a day for um, soulful connections, friendships. It's the day, reach out to some of your friends who maybe don't live near you anymore. Maybe you guys went to grade school or college, or you met them once or twice, but you haven't talked to them in a while. this would be a great day for you to reach out and just check in, not checking in because you're checking the block, but checking in really because you're thinking about them and you just want to express that connection that you have with that person. If they've been helpful to you or you've been helpful to them, or somehow your paths have crossed, and it's something you want to celebrate, because these are things that really are planting seeds of our good hearts and our good intention. Often, what we will later call this year in the latter half, and even next year, you will call luck, because something will come up. It could be 6 months, 12 months, 8 months from now. And you're going to say, dang it, I know somebody who knows about this. Well, that won't be the time when all this time has passed, that you have never made a connection. You've never sort of reached out to this person, to think that you can now bombard them with what you got going on in your life. It's a way for you to stay connected. And I will say, for me, with so many people, sometimes it's hard. I do my very best to make sure that I am still trying to touch base here and there with people, and do that. And this is one of the things I'm going to hold myself more accountable on. This is one of the reasons I sent the letter to all of you who have purchased something from the digital download store. It's another reason why when I come on the platform, I take an hour. I take an hour to tell you how grateful, to acknowledge you, and to let you know that I see you, I hear you, I feel you, and I am grateful for our connection. That is real to me. And I understand sometimes we don't always get a chance to do that. And what we can't forget to do, for those of us who are spiritual, we can't just do this with our soul group. I know, I get it, but don't forget the people who are in your day-to-day life. Sometimes those are the people we take for granted the most, because we think they see us. We think they're right there connected with us. We think that, we're always around them. And of course they know we love them. But don't forget the people that you see in your waking day-to-day life as well too, because they matter as well. Maybe that person, the first person you see when you enter your job or you go to work, or maybe it's a client you're working with, if you have a business that have a clientele, or maybe it's the people you live with, your parents, your partner, your loved one, your children. Take some time to be even more intentional. Of course, we know our actions, our words are probably always there, but sometimes we can get so enthralled into these portals that we're connected with, that we sometimes forget about the neighbor who always maybe looks out for us, or our children, or things that are happening in the neighborhood, or just those small little things. Let us not forget that. Maybe the cashier you always see when you're at your favorite restaurant, or when you're going in the grocery store, or you're out and about in the mall. Don't forget about those people. Remember, when you're the one who knows, you're the one responsible. And we're not doing this just so later we can get some sort of kickback and we can get abundance to us, but really it's your way of walking your walk and talking your talk, and being about that light that you know that you are, and also recognizing the light in everyone that you come in contact with. Can I is this a master class or what? I done sat up here and did a whole damn master class on y'all tonight. Let me help y'all out. Let me help myself out, because somebody just reminded me of something. Somebody just reminded me of something, and I'm gonna go on and put it up there. They said, Miss Blue, put your cash app up there. So I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna put it up there. But no, seriously, you guys, it is a beautiful day to make sure that we are spreading this love and this light that we want to see and be in the world, out to everyone. All right. Now we're going to go on. to the next slide. How we doing? We doing all right? We doing all right. All right, let's talk about day 4. Let's talk about day 4. Let's talk about day 4. Day 4, day 4, day 4, day 4. Let's talk about day 4. Restore relationships. This is a big one. This is a big one. All right? This is a big, big one. June 4th. June 4th. Hold on, you guys. I think it's down in the show notes, but I'm put it in. June 4th. This is a sensitive, extra sensitive, sensitive day. And I particularly want to speak to my brothers. I want to speak to my brothers on this day. I'm going to talk to the sisters, but I'm going to speak to my brothers. On this day, do not listen to your partner. Do not, do not, do not take it personal. Do not listen. Do not. I'm going to tell you why. Sisters, do not, do not, do not, do not push the button on this day. This would not be the day to push the button. I'm just saying. This is not the day to pop off. And I know, I'm a sister and I can pop off. I can make your head pop. But sisters, this is not the day to try to see if you can make his head pop. This ain't it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. This ain't it. This is not the day. This is not the day. All right. Um, and even if you by yourself and you out and about, sisters, this ain't the day. This ain't the day to test a brother. This would not be the day to say, "Oh, I'm just gonna say what I feel." This ain't the day. This is an extra sensitive day, particularly for those who are in relationships. And I know what y'all are saying. Some of y'all are saying, I ain't in no relationship. That's a lie. That's a lie. You got a relationship with somebody. Now, it may not be an intimate relationship, but you got a relationship with somebody. And I'm just telling y'all, we want to keep the peace this day. We want to keep the peace. Everything is going into warp speed and it's going to be so sensitive. I promise you. We've got to stay at the 0 point. The 0 point. This is the 0 point. You got to stay at 0 point. Mhm. I hear all of y'all talking this hot stuff, but wait till June 4th come. Wait till June 4th. Y'all talking about, oh, I'm single, I'm this. Listen, you in a relationship. It may not be intimate, but you have relationships with someone, be they male, be they female, be they whoever they call themselves. You have a relationship, whether it's a friendship. Yeah, everybody talking about they on chill. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not. They not on chill. But listen. You ain't got to do what Ms.Blue say. You can test it out. You can test it out and you could come back and you could let us know. You can be the social experiment this week. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be the social experiment this week. So, but I'm really telling you, I'm really telling you, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, this is not the week to do it. Speak light, all right? And pay attention. Pay attention because two things is going to happen. Two things is going to happen. You are going to find out something. If we all just understand the assignment, you are going to find out something, brothers. You're going to find out something about your partner that was hidden. That shit going to come to light. It's going to come to light and you're going to be like, "Wait, what?" I'm not saying it's bad. Hold your horses. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. For some of you, it may be quite shocking. For others, it might be surprising. But if we all understand the assignment, you will find out things, brothers, about your lady. I don't care how long you've been with her that you didn't know. You're going to learn something. Oh, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something, right? Because this is when some hidden things are going to come to light. And for sisters, if you can understand the assignment, don't get caught up in nobody's trying to put you in a relationship you don't want to be in. But if sisters, if you can understand what I'm saying, you're going to find something out. Find something out, sisters. If you got a man, you're going to find something out that's hidden that you could honestly say, huh, I never knew that about you. Uh-huh. Okay. I see you. You're going to find out something. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. You're going to find something. You're going to learn something about each other. And we want it to be something that restores the relationship, that empowers the relationship. You understand? You understand? That empowers. Look at Holy Hymn. Talking about not me. Wife number 2 is loading. Listen, listen. If you understand, if you can just stay open to understand the assignment, just just kind of go with it. If you understand the assignment, you're going to find out something powerful. Boys and girls, what does it say? Day 4 is restore relationships. Now, for some, it will be to restore, others, it will be to elevate. I don't know about you, but I'm always up for elevation. Mm. You got it. You got it. Alchemist, Empress. Yes, you understand the assignment. Uh-huh. All praise is due to the most high new diamond. You're going to put a piece of tape over your mouth for the day. Yeah. It's going to be, listen, it's going to be one of them things. Listen, we're going to have to come back and talk about it. But I promise you, it's a beautiful day. But this isn't the time. Hear me out. To listen with your physical ears to your partner. You are listening with your higher mind to your partner. Yes, that's me, mocha motivation. Y'all don't see the mocha? Y'all don't see the mocha? Yeah. Yeah, that's me, mocha motivation. Yes. Thank you all for the super chat and the Cash App as well. But listen, y'all will learn something so profound on this day. But communication can be misread, it can be misunderstood. And sisters, I don't know if you know this, but brothers will burn the whole fucking kingdom down and then say, that's not what I meant to do. And this is one of them days you don't, you know, that song, Don't Push Me, cause I'm close to the edge. Yeah, I'm like a jungle sometimes. You know, you don't want to push the brothers on this day. This isn't a day. And brothers, I need you to stay at the 0 point. I need you to remind yourself you are operating not from 1,000 and going up, 0 point. It's going to be a very critical and a very judgmental day. So, sisters, you're listening, but not with your ears. You're listening with your higher mind. And, brothers, you ain't listening, but you are listening to your higher mind. So, everybody understand the assignment here. Yeah. Yeah, everybody get the assignment on the 4th, okay? So this is a day that we speak light. We do. We do. And yeah, we're going to stay at the 0 point because we're going to be restoring our relationship. So let's talk about what that's going to look like for us in our physical spaces home, within our home. So we are refreshing the living room. Voila. You see the living room there? I'm going to just be. I know that's right, Key. I'm going to be listening on the 4th. I'll reflect that day and communicate it about it on the 5th. There you go. See, that sister understands the assignment. Yes, Brother Lance, Lauren Hill, everything is everything. Listen, listen. Okay. So now, wait. Okay, wait. Did I mess up? What day we on? Oh, no, no. I got to move. I got to move. Okay. So, did we talk about the living room? No, we're on the living room. Living room, living room. Let me stay focused. I gotta let my parents know they be going at it, Tremel. Yes. Let them know. Let them know on that day. And thank you for the super chat donation. I didn't even see it, you guys. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna be working in the relationship portal of the home, which is the living room. So you're going to be refreshing the living room. You're going to clear the clutter. You're going to open the window. You're going to place a living plant in the living room. It don't have to stay in there, but I would hope you have it in there. Just let it stay there for a little bit. And this is when you're just going to stand in Babilosa in the middle of the living room and say, I hold space for new soul alignments. Yeah, that part. And then you can add some things in there after you clear the clutter. Maybe open up the windows, let some fresh air in, place a plant in there. You know, your living room is your link up energy. And there's an old African proverbs that when the first person wakes in the house and everyone, they meet in the center of the home, in the living room, and everyone comes together in the living room. And so you're going to come into the living room because this is your link up energy. You know, if you want to have new connections, then you have to breathe new you have to breathe new air into your living room. And so that's a feng shui thing. You're going to let some of that life force chi just come and breathe a new life into your living room. Your living room is a love spell. You know, stack the vibe with loyalty and link ups, you know, and maybe, you know, just kind of sit in your living room after you've cleared the clutter, kind of wipe things down. You want to get rid of all the dust because wherever there is dust, and I don't know about you guys, I have a lot of glass in my living room and it's a challenge sometimes to keep everything, dust free. But where you have the dust at, particularly, you want to hit those corners and you want to wipe things down and clear them off, vacuum all of that good stuff, sweep, get all of that, wipe your windows and all of that. Because where that dust is, that is low vibration. Here's a trick you can do. You can walk in your living room and you can use yourself like a tuning fork. And I want you to walk around your living room and you can literally clap. And wherever you're clapping and holding a high vibration, you're breaking up the energy, any stagnant energy in that space all around your house, and make it like a labyrinth and just kind of walk around the living room clapping and clapping. You can put on some music. I would recommend putting on some instrumental music, some jazz or some high frequency music, something just to uplift the energy. And then, if you have your room spray, you can make yours, put some essential oil with some spring water, and you can kind of mist things around. You're also getting your moon water and you're wiping things down with a portion of that moon water in there as well. Hmm. Yeah. So sit in your living room. This is often where a lot of my guides, when they stop me to talk to me, I will stop in my living room and have a seat, and they will tell me what I need to know. What I need to know. So day 4, this is the restore or elevate your relationships. And this is where you can begin to start doing that work, because this is just some powerful energy. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to day 5. Woo. We getting a whole masterclass tonight, but this is necessary. I really wanted us to have this information, you guys. Okay, so now let's go on. All right. This is the reset your rest. All right. Mm. So day number 5. This is touchy, feely energy. It's not as hypersensitive as day 4, June 4th, but you're still going to be feeling this. But this is going to be a day where you are really going to be moving inward. So it may trigger energy of feeling like you're alone. Even if you're in a relationship, you may have some loneliness that comes upon you, right? But this is not the day to really focus on relationships. This is when you put your head and your hands and your eyes down and you work, 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 work. This is when you work. This is when you work. This is when you work. Head down, hands, where your hands and your head, you bout that work. You get in that work, especially if you feel that over level of sadness and work. Head down, all hands on deck, and you work. It's going to be another sensitive day, but this is the day that you work. Now, what's going to happen as we get ready to cruise towards the end of the day? You're going to get a blast of energy. And suddenly, you're going to get a blast. You going to get a blast. It's going to be like you go from 0 to 100 real fast. You're going to feel energized. You're going to feel like you hit the reset button with a boost, and you're going to just shift because you're already in that energy. You've been putting in the work all week long, and you're going to feel that up level. You're going to feel that level up, and you're going to be getting massive downloads, massive downloads. You're going to feel energized. You're going to want to connect. You're going to want to talk. That whole loneliness, that sadness, all of that's going to simply fade to black. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Make sure you clear up under your bed, you change your linen, fluff your pillows. You wanna do all of these things in your bedroom to get that together. These are some great things, to begin to start working on, and, for day 5. Mhm, mhm, for day 5. That's gonna be day 5. Day 5 is gonna kinda be that midpoint, energy of what you're going, to do. Mhm. Oh, wait, let me go back. Uh-huh, okay. So, day 5, what you're going to do, change your bed linens, your pillowcases, make sure you clean up underneath your bed, um, begin to start journaling things about what does safety feel like to me. I am safe to expand and to be seen. These are all of the things, yes, that are coming out of your subconscious. Um, and just remember this: you're working in your bedroom. And if you have rooms in your house that you haven't been in a while, I want you to go visit those rooms. Go in those rooms and spend some time in those other areas of your place where you live. If you have a rose quartz crystal, it would be beautiful to put the rose quartz crystal next to your bed, maybe on the nightstand. If you have a journal, you start to write in your journal feelings about how safe you feel. How safe do you feel within your sacred space? How safe do you feel within your body? How safe do you feel in your relationship? How safe do you feel with your finances? How safe do you feel with your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions, in your friendships, in your connections? Because once you understand that, then you can have the activation statement and you can say it: I am safe to expand and to be seen. And to be seen. This is going to be one of those powerful things for you. You've been doing spiritual cleansing in your mother's house just for everybody to come in and mess it all up. Just cleared. Well, a mess can be a beautiful message, and it's cleaning or cleansing, right? The cleansing is still there, but maybe they just feel so safe to come in, to be free, to be seen, to feel safe. It is something about being in a space where you can. I just remember when my kids were younger, and I remember one of my son's friend's mother said to me, "Oh, your house must be a mess because you have the fun house. It's where all the kids want to go. It's where all the kids want to spend the night. Everybody wants to be at your house." And I didn't say anything to her. But when she dropped her son off the next time, she actually came inside and she said, "Oh my God, how do you keep your house so clean?" I thought it would be a mess because every weekend all the kids were at my house. And I'm not talking one, I'm talking several kids, you know? Um, because they felt safe. And I always wanted my children to have a place where they would know that home was a place that energized them. Home was a place that they could feel safe to be free, to be themselves. You know how sometimes you see that child that they're one way at home, and soon as they leave home, they're a totally different person. And I wanted my children to feel safe to be themselves in the home, to know that they're seen, they're heard, and for them to be able to move around freely. I grew up, and many of you, we probably grew up with a lot of restrictions. You didn't dare go in the formal living room. Like that was out. I don't know what you thought you was doing, but you're not playing in the house. We played outside. I came from the generation that we outside, we invented we outside because we had to stay outside. And if you came inside too many times, then you had to stay inside. You understand? But each generation learns from the next and we evolve. And so I wanted my children to always know that they could come in and their friends always felt safe to come in and to play and do it. Did they have rules? Absolutely. So they knew what the rules were. So they wasn't reckless in the house, but did they have fun? Were they kids? Were they playing around? Did things get messed up? Absolutely. Absolutely, but it was a joy to clean up. It is nothing better than a bunch of kids that are really having fun and they're doing things that is their age and their soul group appropriate. They're not sneaking, they're not hiding, they're not pretending. They are just being themselves as young people, young children are. And they're not hiding because you're the adult there and they don't want you to see who they really are. Their friends knew. I knew some of these children better than their parents because when they came over here, they were free. They felt safe. They felt safe and they knew they were seen. And they still had guidelines. They still had rules. We had rules for the no, you can't do this. No, you won't be able to do this. But anything other than that, you got have at it. Y'all have fun. That's what y'all got together for. And so you want to have Griffin said with them plastics on the chairs. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys know about that generation. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you're from that generation too. That's right. You wouldn't dare do any of that. But I still carried some of those things off. No one wears shoes in my house. I don't care if I don't have carpet on my floors anymore. You're not wearing your shoes in the house. You're not doing that. You know, you are free. The first time I give you the full tour because my mother is one of those people that people would come in the house and tell her, your house is so clean, you could eat off the floor because that's how I was raised. And my mother believed in keeping a, a whole, I can't call it tidy. It's a whole nother level than tidy. And she still keeps her house this way, but we grew up that way. And literally, people would come in and say, this is the cleanest house I've ever been in. And my mother was so proud of every home, every space we lived in, no matter how big, how small, that the first time you were a guest in her home, she would give you a tour. Oh, come on in. This is the living room. Oh, come on. Let me show you Blue's room. Show my brother's room, my sister's room. Okay, come on over here. You know, this is it. She would take you through the whole house. This is the kitchen. Here's the refrigerator, this and that. Now, my mother wasn't one of those that said, help yourself. She didn't believe in that. She was a great host. She loved doing that. And she would get you your drinks and say, would you like something to drink? Are you guys hungry? You know, she could whip those things up, you know? And that's how I was raised. And I'm still that way to this day. When you first time entering my home, I tell you everywhere. Because my mother always taught me if you go in a house, now don't be offended, and people got the doors closed, somebody's stealing up in there. So my mother would never let us, like we couldn't close our door. She said either they not clean or somebody's stealing. So she wouldn't let us close our doors. And so when people came over, you knew my dad required that before we left to go to school, we had to clean our room. We were required to make our beds, clean our room before we left for school, which means you had to get up extra early. But my mother go over your house and you got all these doors shut up and closed. She like, somebody must be stealing or they ain't clean up in here because what they got all these doors closed for. And so, you know, I was definitely raised that way. But you allow energy to flow in your life better. You can think clear when things are organized, when things are straight. I'm not saying, as one of my best friends, Nisi say, she tell me, "You got one of them showroom houses. You got one of them MTV Cribs houses." I said, "No, I don't. No, I don't. Your house don't have to look like that." But my mother would always say, "Your home is a reflection of everyone who lives there." And so I had a love, my first degree and what I've studied at university was fashion merchandising and interior design. So I have a real love for that. And in coming into understanding about the science of feng shui, which actually it goes back to ancient Kemet and even to the continent of Africa as well as Asia, is where you see a lot of heavy influence in. It really speaks to your energy and what you're going on. I literally do feng shui readings for people, and I can walk in your house and I can do a reading on everyone who lives in that home, even if they're not home, based on the things that are in their house. If you want to know what kind of things are connected with you in a past life, it will be in your house. And I have done some readings for some celebs. I won't call their names. I don't need to, name drop. But I told them past life readings based on things they collect and how they decorate their homes and different things they have in their house. All of these things are speaking to you. Everything is coming out of your subconscious. Nothing is by accident. Nothing. From that piece of paper, from that cup in the kitchen that is chipped and you're still holding on to it, from the refrigerator. I'll do some more feng shui classes because it's another love of mine. I love everything dealing with energy. My first love was the chakras. That's how I came in and reading auras and these kinds of things. But I have a real love for how the subconscious mind is sort of living in our day-to-day life, you know? So look around, everyone, right now. Let's take a moment and look around in the room, in the space that you're in. Everything that is there is a reflection of your subconscious. From this air freshener, from this candle, from these beautiful, cute unicorn chalk. Do y'all see that? Isn't it beautiful? Handmade unicorn horn chalk, from this Palo Santos stick, from this phone holder, to hold my cell phone, from this bell, from this symbol. And if you have any of the futuristic activation, from this, from all of the things, like there's so many things from this pair of scissors. Like I could go on and on. Nothing, absolutely nothing, including the dust, right? Including the carpet, everything, absolutely everything. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to put up what Anubis just said. Are y'all reading this? Anubis. Yeah, all of this. All of this. Yes, from Buddha plants, elephants, from turtles, from crystals. Like nothing is nothing about it is by accident. None of it. So know this. If your rest is chaotic, then your rise will be too. Protect your dream space. Clean your sheets because clean sheets is energy. Clean sheets, energy only. Just have clean sheet energy. That's it. Remember, where you sleep decides how you rise. If you sleeping in chaos, you're going to rise in chaos. So that's the important. I use the bedroom because for most of us on the Bagua map, and if you don't know what the Bagua map, it's a feng shui map. On the Bagua map, not for everyone, but if you take the Bagua map and you put it in your bedroom, it often will be in what we would call your MC in astrology. And so this is your professional life and how you do the work that you show up in the world. So this has a lot to do with your personality, your professional life, how you show up in the world. This is that area that the bedroom often lights up in the Bagua map when you take it inside of your physical room, not doing your whole house, but inside your physical room. Like I said, maybe we'll do some more feng shui shows. I haven't done one in a while, so it might be a good one. We're going to move on because, yeah, yet again, I'm here 3 hours. Yeah, I digress. Let's go to day 6. Now, this is a great day for movement. This is a great day for joyful and being hopeful. You understand? This is a day for travel. It's a day, as Michael Jackson say, that you want to be starting something. You just got to be starting something. You going to see Kendrick and SZA? Oh, it's on and popping. This is a beautiful day to be able to do that. This is a great day to travel, whether short days or long days, you know? You going to see the Wu-Tang? Didn't I tell you this is a great day to move around? It's a great day to be starting something. This is the jump off glow of the moon. You understand? This is a beautiful day for this jump off day. Please use this day. It is powerful, a powerful day for communication and for moving around. Perfect for starting something. Perfect for communicating, connecting, for traveling, for doing something that's not in your day to day that you don't normally do, but this is something special for you to do. Your 33rd birthday, Corey, happy born day. And you're going to see the Wu Tang in Baltimore. Love that. Some of you guys are going to the concerts. You guys are doing traveling on this day, whether short traveling, long traveling, you're doing something. It's a great day. You're going to feel the flow of the energy. You're going to feel joyful, fresh, and alive. And you're getting all of the residual from everything that happened before. Now, I also want to tell you this. Be open to truth. Be open to truth on this day because this is going to be your guiding light. Also, I also want you to know because we're going to have polarity energy happening on this day. Folks are going to be wilding out. They're going to be wilding out. So just be careful with you. That means keep your intuition on lock, but just be careful with you because folks are going to be wilding out. But this is some coming together energy. People are going to be traveling. It's going to be busy. If you have to get on a plane and you have to travel, just understand we outside. Everybody's going to be outside. This could be the day if you're traveling, you're out and about. For all of the single people in the building, you could be meeting your earth mate on this day. This is a day all about connections. It is. It is. But the weather could be wilding out too. We could have a couple of earthquakes, couple of volcanoes go off. Some things may go bump in the middle of the night. And I mean that literally, and I mean that intimately, sexually. Just make sure you're not wilding out. If you meet the love earth mate of your life, be responsible. Just don't go bump in the middle of the night, right? Because this could be something lasting and fulfilling for you. Uh, it could be a blackout as well, yes, because of the weather, because of earthquake, because of the electromagnetic field. Like it's going to be a lot of activity. It's a highly activated day, but I want you to take full advantage of it, right? Because we understand the higher energy of what's going to be available for us. And that's the reason we're doing this, so you can tap in. And so, on this sixth day, this is your completion and invitation. I want you to think about that. I want you to take some of that moon water that you have. For those of you who have a busy day, you can do this earlier. And I want you to flick some of that moon water in the corners of your house. And then walk around with your candle, or even cut your light on your phone if you can't do the candle. And I want you to say, I am open, I am ready, I am aligned. I am open, I am ready, I am aligned. That scared me. But I am open, I am ready, and I am aligned. And you're going to walk all through your house. If you only have a dorm room, you just do your dorm room. If you only have a bedroom, you just do your bedroom. But you're going to hit those corners. You're going to hit all of those corners with that moon wall water, and you're going to flick that. And this is how you're going to complete the whole ritual that we're doing, right? This lunar alignment activation. And then you're going to be open to the invitation of what's next. I am open. I am ready. I am aligned. You understand? Remember, completion is not really the end, it is the real beginning. And we're not closing any doors here. What we're doing is we're holding it open for the future, for the future. You understand? I absolutely love this for us because you are not waiting for the blessing. The blessing is waiting on you, baby. The blessing is waiting for you. Corey, you just laugh at everything I say, Corey. Corey, yeah, the bump in the middle of the night. Yeah, I gotta talk to y'all in Oracle code. Y'all know what that is. So there you go. And this is going to really just take us. It's on this closing up 6 days, 6 shifts, zero shortcuts, and one soul journey. That's what we're on. One soul journey. That's it. This isn't about working harder. mm, mm, it isn't about working harder. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. Mhm. 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 It's not about working harder. It's about working hollower. That's what it is. That's what it is. So that's our alignment there for us. And then here's what I want us to take away. I have affirmations there, but really these are activations. I am ready. I am open, I am ready, I am aligned. And I want you to repeat this with me. Um, I am open, I am ready, I am aligned. You understand? Stop decorating your life and start architecting your destiny. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. All right. I'm excited. I am excited. We're going to keep it clean. We're going to keep it potent around here. We're going to do our work. One thing about it, two things for sure. If you're a part of this soul group, we do real work over here. We ain't scared of no work. So there you are. And I'm excited for us for this first week of June. Remember what I told you, the first 13 days of this month are going to be the most powerful. We will have the most support for us because things may start to move real fast this month, and you're not going to have time to go back and try to shift things around. You may be called to be of service to something you're doing may kick off. You may be called to step up, or a connection may be made. Things may happen, and you may have to get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I wanted to bring that to everybody, for all of us to have it. Listen, we're going to get ready to get out of here. I want you to remember the All About Frequency class. It's going to be going live on the 10th. I'm super excited about that. And so the All About Frequency 8-week journey, 8-week live journey is still available. So if you are interested, definitely you want to tap in. Hey, Lola Falana. And also want to remind you guys that I will be doing the new live remix reloaded called All About Frequency radio show that is going to be launching here very, very soon. And so I definitely want you all to, how come I don't see it? Uh, let me see. But all about frequency. And you all are definitely more than welcome to join me. It's at All About Frequency 369 on YouTube. And you can connect with that. Mhm. Thank you for the super chat donations, Corey. And also somebody else, thank you again, Priestess Gwen, for the super chat donation. Uh, so we're gonna have a magical week, you guys. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here yet again. Every time I say, I'm gonna stop saying I'm not gonna do 3 hours. Because when I say I'm not gonna do 3 hours, I do 3 hours. Yeah, you see how that works? I got to take my own medicine on that. So I'm going to stop saying I'm not going to go 3 hours, because I go 3 hours every time I say I'm not going to go 3 hours. But I am going to get out of here. Let's have an amazing, wonderful weekend. I want to give a shout out for everyone. Thank you for the super chat donations. Thank you for the Cash App, all the love. Don't forget to leave a comment. And again, at the end, if you're still here, I want you to comment a moon in the comment section. Tell me your top 3 takeaways from tonight's share, and also let me know what part of the world you're tuning in from. Let me know what part of the world you're tuning in from. And yeah, I am Miss Blue, the Soulful Oracle. I love you all so much. Let's go have an amazing week. Let's go have a powerful, amazing week. Yeah. And I guess my sister must be listening, because she knows I'm about to leave and she's dinging me. And I'm going to have to call her so we can talk about things. Just Joy, you are so welcome. Just Joy. Let me see any questions. When do we collect the moon water? Is there a new moon water? Okay. Yeah, new moon water is okay. And you can put water in a jar, a bottle, a bowl, and you're just going to put it in your windowsill. You can even do it. I'm doing mines tonight. Just put it in a window you know that will receive some that's going to receive the moonlight. And so it'll be ready to go. Ready to go. You want to know my Cash App, Eric? It's right there. If you look where it says Ms.Blue Oracle, there it is right there. You see it going across the ticker? Or do y'all need me to spell it out? Y'all need me to spell it out? Listen, that helped keep some of the lights on over here. I am a one woman show. So I can't be against what I say I'm about. And really, it touches me in my heart. And I thank you all so much for your love and your donations as well too. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so family, we're gonna get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna play a little bit of music and chat with y'all for a minute. Let's see what we're gonna listen to. Hmm. There we-
Energy is fire. Conversation is right. If you stay tonight, baby, I might let you say all of me. Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. Read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something, you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing. Different kind of blue. Starry in the daytime. Found my living proof with you. I might lose all of me. Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. Read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something, you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. Read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something, you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing.